folks, Rick here. I'm back with another video, and I'm here to do something that I don't typically do on the channel. I'm here to re-review something or some place that I reviewed last year, and I didn't necessarily have a fairly positive outlook in my review. So I reviewed the Bavaro Barcelo Palace last year, and just to give you a quick recap, that review was kind of negative because I felt like they nickel and dime me for quite a few things, especially being all-inclusive. But I was contacted by the GM of the hotel shortly after my video hit YouTube, and he sent me a letter apologizing and asked me for the opportunity to make it up to me by offering us some VIP services that I did not get with my initial stay. So with that being said, we're gonna take him up on his offer. I still paid for the hotel, but the VIP services are being given to us free of charge, and we're really gonna see if that's what it takes for us to really have an amazing time at the Barcelo Bavaro Palace. So by the time you guys get to the next clip, I'll be off to the Dominican Republic. So I'll see you guys in a few.
All right, on the bus, ready to go to the hotel. Say hi, guys. This is the front lobby. Very busy today. This is a Sunday afternoon, August 18th. Front lobby, though, of the Barcelo Bavaro Palace. So this is a bit of an eating area that they give to the VIP customers. So you can sit and eat while you wait to be checked in. Initially, the check-in process was a bit chaotic, but as soon as they took our names down, they sat us down, we had a bit of a snack, a lot easier than the main check-in. Alright folks, this is the updated review of, like I said, it's a little bit odd. So we stayed in a family junior suite last time. Initially we had a junior suite, and then we upgraded to a family junior suite. We like that a lot, the 2-bedroom separation. So they kind of did something a little bit more outside of the box. So this room, or these rooms, I might add, are more on the junior suite side, which we didn't initially like. But there are some upgraded changes. So now the bathroom here is very large compared to my last video. I'll leave a link in the description so you can take a look at it. The bathroom is a lot larger, and it's closed off, so it's not open to the room, which we had a huge issue with. So the decor here is very nice. This is a 2 full-size beds, and I'm being told that this is the largest family junior suite that they offer. So again, you have your 2 full beds over here. You have an enormous closet, TV, hallway, mirror, some decor. We have let's see if we can get to it. And there was a lot of controversy with open bar. I just see a microwave. I'm not seeing the open bar in this room. So I guess that's one of the things they took away after, all the things that came about with the DR and the people, dying and stuff from bootleg liquor. So let's take a look here. This is your balcony. Wow. Okay. I'm liking this. So you have a jacuzzi and a very big balcony. It's very nice, overlooking all the other rooms and fairly private. So now, in addition to that, because there's 5 of us, they really hooked us up. So now you have your 2 full beds. You have this whole room, and there's a conjoining room here, which is more like the standard junior suite that we had initially that I wasn't particularly a fan with, but with all this added space, we'll do it. So this is a king-size bed, 2 fold-out couches here. You have your open concept bathroom, which I don't like, but again, being that it's just me and my wife here and my kids and my mother-in-law in the other room, I'm fine with it because it's just me and her in here. So again, one of the other issues I had was the shower was tiny. This one is smaller than the one in the other room. The other one was quite large, but it is larger than the standard junior suite shower. So there's a lot more elbow room here. And then you have your poo-poo toilet area with a bidet and a telephone in case you want to make room service calls while you're taking a shit. So overall, this is the room. I'm pleasantly surprised with the double room over here, jacuzzi. Again, the only thing I don't like about my side of the room is the open bathroom. But we definitely do like the upgraded room. Elevator, privacy, off to the side, very large. This is the 4th floor balcony. This is kind of where our rooms go. Some coconut trees. Very nice area indeed. I definitely do like the upgrade. But I have to admit, I do like the family suite as well. But this is definitely a positive upgrade with an elevator and ice machine. All right, so we're walking from our hotel room to the buffet area for breakfast. I'm gonna go in the pool, and straight ahead is the Bavaro beach sign, and obviously, as you can tell, that's the entrance to the beach. And I guess for, lack of a better words, this is one of the first times I've seen this trolley in the hotel. My last video I mentioned they're few and far between, but I was able to capture one now, so here we go. This is a very tiny section of one kiddie pool that they have. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll give you more clips of it. There is a seafood restaurant on the top level, and we're walking to the buffet. This is one of the main buffet areas, and they do have outdoor seating as well. Let's go see what they have to eat. Over here to the back, let's see what they have. Some of the desserts, some fruits, some melons. Let's see what we're cooking over here. Alright. Looks like some pasta area. You could add different things to your pasta. Some pizza. Some fish. Let's see what we have here. Some meat dishes, chicken, some grilled steak, some rice, pasta, beef. Roasted pork over here. Roasted pork. Some soda and some more fruit. Again, main buffet. When you don't have a reservation for any of the restaurants, this is where you go to eat. This is what the sports bar looks like. This is one of the places in the Bavaro Palace that's pretty much open all the time. So if every place else is closed because they're cleaning or whatever the case may be, this is the place. Oh no! Some more morning random shots of the pool area. It's not too sunny as of now, a little bit overcast, and you do have a jacuzzi area right here as well. Also, they have these beds over here you can lay on in the water, which is very nice. There are my girls taking a selfie. Some shots of the pool at night. This is the main pool. Very nice. You are able to swim here at night up until a certain point. This is like a bar type area. Some of these resorts, they do have those poolside bars, but I don't think they have one here. But overall, good experience in the pool. We're gonna be heading this direction now to the beach. We'll check it out. I know last time I had a lot of issues with seaweed, but again, that's nothing that the hotel can control. Like I mentioned earlier, we're off to this Bavaro beach sign. This is like a big touristy picture area, so we're gonna take a few pictures in front of the Bavaro beach sign, right in front of the beach, obviously. So let's get it done. Bit of a dock over here as well, and also over here on the beach you have this big attached, I don't want to call it a shed, but like an enclosed area with music, play some games and things like that, in like a seated area. So if you don't necessarily want to go in the sand, you do that. This is part of the kids water club. This is where there's a sunken boat with slides, and I think on this side is a wave pool. I did some shots of it from my last video. And over here is like a kids daycare. They have slides and things like that, and these girls that work for the hotel in like a ball pit to help take care of them. And I guess there's a bar here for adults to hang out while the kids are playing. So here's some more video of inside the water park. These are some shots of the wave pool with the waves on. So what they do with the waves, they go on and off intermittently. I think it's on for half hour and then shuts off for like 15-20 minutes and comes back on. Some more shots of the wave pool. So now if you're staying in the family suites, you'll be closer to like this little kiddie pool area. This is not the main water park. Again, like I said in my last video, this is just a kiddie pool area next to the family suite. So if you don't want to walk too far, you can go to this pool area right here. It's got slides and stuff. The water is not fairly deep at all. So if you have small ones, they'll probably like it a lot. If you have bigger kids, like 9-10-year-old, I think the water is not deep enough for them, so they might have an issue like my daughter does. I think this is just more of a pet peeve for me, but I guess most hotels are like this. So this hotel has a water park. So they give you towels for your, obviously when you go to the pool, you could dry off and all that, but it's like 1 for 1. So my family and I, we left our towels in the room to go eat breakfast, and then the kids wanted to go to the water park, but at the water park they wouldn't give us new towels until we returned the old towels that were soiled and wet. So at this point I had to walk a fairly long distance just to go back to the room to get wet, damp towels so I can exchange them for new towels. So I think a better system needs to be in play in regards to that. Alright, so we just entered this bowling alley. It's kind of like a game room. You do have to pay for this. However, if you have the premium level, I believe it's free to enter. So we're going to find out more information. But yeah, you have air hockey, basketball, claw games, and bowling. So we're in the bowling alley / playroom, and we thought that the bowling would be free with the premium bracelet, but it is not. It's like $10 a person, which is kind of expensive. And then the games as well, you have to buy tokens. For 18 tokens, it was $25, so kind of pricey as well. I thought this was included. I was told it was, but I guess it's not. I didn't know they also have a gym here, so this is something new that I didn't see. So I guess they have like a cycling class different weights, exercise machine. So in case you want to still work out while you're on vacation. This is to the right of the lobby area. There's a bar here. I believe a salon. And they do have a casino as well, which is on the lower level. It's open 24 hours if you want to use that. Yeah, so a lot of things here that I didn't explore, but I figured I put it in the video. Gift shop. They got a bunch of trinkets you could buy, charge it up to your room. Highly overpriced compared to what you can get in the city. Or a video from the main lobby area. There's like a rooftop lounge area. Some of the pools. Down below that is the spa. This is where we were last night for the show, so I guess you can see everything in the daytime. Down there are, zoom in a bit, the main pools. So yeah, and some close-ups of the lounge area. Let's go take a look. It's my beautiful wife taking pictures. So yeah, very nice indeed. Let's see what's over here. Okay, there's more of this endless pool. I don't think you're able to go in this pool. It's just for show. Over there, as you can see, is the beach area. Just to recap my overall review of my second stay at the Barcelo Palace, we're going to go over some pros and cons. But just take my pros and cons with a great big grain of salt, because depending on what package you purchase, even though it's a pro for me, it might be a con for you. So just be cognizant of that. So pro for me, which was the inclusion of Wi-Fi with that premium bracelet. It included Wi-Fi for everyone in my room. We all got this little receipt with a code on it. You have to enter the code, and we had Wi-Fi. So obviously with people wanting to be connected nowadays, we're almost hitting 2020. Everyone's using cell phones, and especially if you're traveling international, you don't want to use your minutes. You want to go ahead and use WhatsApp and Wi-Fi to call your loved ones. So there's definitely a pro. But again, just understand, if you don't have that, you would have to pay $10 per day per device. It's not per room. Be cognizant of that. The inclusion of the water parks. My children really enjoyed the water parks. We stayed there 3 out of the 4 days. We did go to the other pools as well and the beach area, but the water parks were where my children really wanted to stay, especially the wave pool area. And that also is a charge of $10 a day per person if you don't have that premium bracelet. The food was good. I caught a lot of flack in my last video for not bringing slacks to the hotel, so I did bring slacks this time. And we stayed at the Japanese restaurant, as you saw in some of the past clips, and we went to the Italian restaurant as well, and the food was fairly good, even at the buffet as well.
Only gripe I have about the buffet was selection was pretty much the same day in and day out. And if that's something they could like change up, one day do this style of food, next day do that style of food. It was pretty much the same thing day after day after day, especially for breakfast. There's only so many times you could do like an egg omelet, so that was something to think about as well. The other good thing was the free shuttle. So something else you have to be cognizant about. If you book directly through the hotel itself, the shuttle will be included. If you book through a travel site, that's something that you would have to pay extra. I was seeing about like $15 per person. So that's something else you need to think about as an added cost. So if you save like $100 booking through Expedia instead of the hotel, try calling the hotel direct and let them price match, because they will offer you that free shuttle as well. So let's go over some of the cons, and these are just some of the cons that I could think of just off the top of my head. Was something that I raved about last year, which was a bit of a con this year, was the shows. So the shows were exactly the same year to year. I figured between last year and this year they would change some things up, do a little bit of a different show, maybe throw something new in there, but the shows were identical year after year. And what really made it bad this year, because I liked the shows, were it seemed like a watered down version of last year. They had singers there that weren't as good as the singers last year. They had some microphone issue where the music was much louder than the singers, so you couldn't even hear what they were saying. So that's something to be cognizant about too. And I'm pretty sure if you're just going there one time, it probably won't even bother you. The bowling game area, I was advised by the front desk that was included with my premium package that I got, but when I got there, they tried to charge me, I think again, $10 per person to bowl. I have a party of 6, so $60 to spend an hour bowling. Just seemed a bit pricey after what I paid for the hotel. So that was something to think about as well. Even if you have premium, you still have to pay for bowling. And the video games and the games in there, I paid $25 for 18 tokens, and some games took 2 tokens, and that $25 was gone in like 15 minutes. So fairly pricey in the game area. Again, this is a gripe for me. Call me lazy, call me whatever you want, but basically the walking in this hotel compared to other hotels was a fairly far walk. Now, it wouldn't be that bad if, like, I stayed at a hotel called Ocean Blue a couple years back, and they had golf carts all over the place. And I kind of like the golf cart as opposed to like a big long trolley that comes every 15 to 20 to 30 minutes. You had people on them, employees on them, going about their business, and you could just tap them on the shoulder like, hey, can you take me to the beach? And they just throw you in the back. So if they would have more golf carts, I think that would be a much better thing for the hotel, just to get people around. I think the walk between the buffet area, the pool area to my room was like a 2-block walk, and then up 4 flights of stairs. Even though I had an elevator, but still, walking 2 blocks is a far walk. And something else to note, like I mentioned in my video, was a bit of a gripe. Just be cognizant about your towels. They won't give you towels poolside unless you bring wet soil towels to them first. So if you forget your towels from the room and you want to go poolside and get new towels, they won't do it. You have to go to the room, get the towels. If they're wet, they'll change them, but they won't just give you towels poolside. So that's something else to think about. And lastly was the wait time. The wait time to check in, even in the premium area, was insane. It was the longest wait I ever had for a hotel check-in. I waited 30 plus minutes just to check in. It was very chaotic. It was like 2 or 3 people, and they were dealing with each individual person for like 30 plus minutes. And I just think to wait 30 minutes just to check into a hotel is crazy, especially in a premium section. Now, was the premium section nicer? Of course it was. There was like a little eating area and some tables and some chairs you could sit in. but there's always got to be somebody, some poor schmo, which was me, waiting on that line as the rest of your crew or your family goes ahead and enjoys themselves. But someone has to wait on that line, and it was something that I thought was lacking and needed some help. So, without going off on a tangent, would I recommend this hotel? That's a hard question. I told my wife, what did the premium wristband really give us that we didn't have the last time? It gave us free Wi-Fi and it gave us entry to the water parks. We did get an upgraded room. I did like the room. It was very nice. But I would have been perfectly fine in a regular family suite, maybe not on the 4th floor, maybe on the 2nd floor. So that wasn't a huge aspect for me. It was mostly Wi-Fi and water park entry. So we ran into a friend of ours there, and he basically told me the added cost of premium per night did not offset the $10 charge for water park and Wi-Fi from his estimation. So that's something you have to look at yourself. If you only have 2 people in your party, or maybe it's just a couple and 1 child, maybe you're better off paying for some of these things a la carte, like Wi-Fi and water parks and things of that nature, or maybe spending 1 day at the water park and the other 2 days at the main pool or at the beach, or planning your day accordingly. So that's definitely something else to think about. But overall, I don't think I'm going to go back to this hotel. This was a perfectly fine stay. It was a nice day. I'm not knocking the hotel. They really stepped it up for us in regards to the room and those added amenities. But some of their competitors offer some of these amenities free of charge. So for me to say I recommend this hotel over other hotels like Bahia Principe or some of their other competitors, I can't say that it's enough. Their premium service is like base service at other hotels. And, again, I got a lot of flack in the comment section saying that I was cheap and I was this and I was that. And no, I'm just comparing apples to apples. Base service to base service. And if you compare base service to base service, they fall pretty far below a lot of their competitors. And then finally, let's discuss the elephant, the 100-pound elephant in the room. 100-pound elephant? The 1,000-pound elephant in the room. The deaths in the DR. So in our room, we didn't have any. We did have a bottle of liquor that they gave us as a gift. I did not partake. I brought my own liquor from duty free. I was a family vacation, so I didn't feel the need to really drink a lot. We did have 1 or 2 drinks at the hotel itself. We were fine. There was no issues. We didn't get sick or anything from having those 1 to 2 drinks. But for the most part, I try to stick to beer, which I would recommend, like Presidentes and stuff like that. You really can't go wrong. And I didn't really drink a lot because it was like a family thing. So take that with a grain of salt as well. But we had no issues, no crime, no issues of people following us, no getting sick from liquor or any of those things that are going on right now that they're discussing in DR. I'm going to say no. I do not recommend this hotel for that fact, but I am not saying that it's a bad place to stay. You will have a good time if you book this hotel or if you stay there, but comparing it apples to other places, I just think other places offer a lot more for the same price for a base room. So that's my opinion. And if you guys have any questions, leave in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.